Hey, so one of the questions I get asked is, how do I pay to go to the doctor, right? Now, there's a couple different ways. If you've got private health insurance, it's pretty easy. You could pay as you normally do, right? You go in, you pay your copay, you get your treatment, you move on. But some people have a huge deductible. Some people don't have health insurance. And the question they ask is, can I bill a car accident company? And the answer is generally no, or you can bill them, but they're not going to pay anything. So if your doctor wants money now, it's probably not going to happen on billing the car insurance company for the bad guys, okay? They're going to pay at the end of the case, which shifts the burden to, what do I do right now? Back to you. All right, now, you can reach out to your own company and see if you've got what's called MedPay, or medical payment coverage. This is one of those issues. If you've got your car insurance page that tells you what you've got and you've got questions, you can shoot it over to me or your lawyer who can read it, like that. I'll tell you whether you've got it or not. You can also just talk to your own company and they'll tell you. If you've got MedPay, they don't pay in advance generally, but they do pay within a short time, right? So you get a bill, you can send it to your MedPay company. They'll usually pay within 30 to 45 days. You can also just pay cash, right? If you've got the money laying around, maybe you've got, several $1,000s just sitting under a mattress, you could actually use that to pay for your medical care that work to get reimbursed. But most of my clients don't have a pile of money sitting around. If they don't have private health insurance, they're going to treat on what's called a lien on credit. And that's where the doctor says, hey, I'll see you now, but I'm going to get paid when the case is resolved. A lot of times these doctors are going to charge you more than another doctor, but they're charging more because they're not going to get paid for maybe a year or 2 or 3 or 4 years, depending on how long it takes for your case to go. Now, obviously, most cases are resolved somewhere between 12 months and 18 months, but some do not. Some are not resolved. Some go into litigation. Some take years. And that doctor's still not going to get paid until the case is resolved. That's why they charge a little bit more money than some of the other doctors. Now, sometimes clients will come to me. They'll say, hey, I'm never going to get better. I'm going to have some future damages or future medical care. If that's the case, we want to get estimates as best we can. We include it with your demand. We include it when we argue with the adjuster or the jury. But obviously, that's not as helpful as if you've had that treatment, okay? So like if you've got an injury to your knee or your shoulder, and they're like, hey, in the future, you're going to need surgery on this, probably. The issue is that probably, right? Because the probably takes away all that certainty. So therefore, in a jury, an adjuster is going to discount that, or they're going to say, well, you might never need it, or really have it, so we're not going to pay you the full amount of that. But we can get estimates from the doctors. We can include it in there, and your lawyer should be doing that if you've got future medical care you think you're going to have. Now, sometimes clients will tell me, hey, I don't want to go to the doctor. I'm just going to deal with the pain. I'm not going to do what the doctor recommended. I'm just going to deal with the pain. I generally do not recommend this. Generally, it's a bad idea for your case. Maybe good on the medical, and that's where you and your lawyer and your doctor have to talk, right? Medically, is it okay? But I can tell you in the legal space, it's not helpful generally to say, I'm just going to deal with the pain, because that doesn't translate well to a jury or to an adjuster, okay? They usually look at it and say, well, if you're in that much pain, you would go to the doctor. You would do what the doctor says. And I said dealing with the pain is very similar to, somebody hit my car and scratched all down the side. I'm probably not going to just say, you know what, I'll just deal with that. I'm not going to get any money for it. I'm not going to get it repaired. I'm just going to see that big scratch all down the side and be like, well, it happened. Same response kind of when you're saying, I'm just going to deal with the pain. You're taking all responsibility for that future injury, for that future pain onto yourself versus the person who caused it, okay? And I just don't think that's right. Same as if my kids knocked a baseball through my neighbor's house or through my neighbor's window, I'd fix it. I wouldn't be like, well, you just need to deal with the pain of that. So that's your medical care, right? If you've got health insurance, you can use it. If you've got cash, you can use it. If not, then you're probably looking at finding a doctor who will treat on credit and get paid when the case is resolved. Hopefully that answered all your questions. If it did, hit like and subscribe to see more videos from us talking about car accident cases. And remember, if there's some kind of issue you need help with resolving or need more information, please don't hesitate to reach out to my team to see if we can help.
In pain, so I call Shane. 980-999-9999. In pain, call Shane.